So whenever we have to deal with catastrophe after catastrophe, I know I handle all of these things like a 2-year-old child. It's like somehow I thought that because we're dealing with a pandemic for almost a year now, that somehow we're exempt from further suffering. But that's simply not the case. I don't know why I feel so entitled to have my own things, why I feel so anxious about having to stay at home and not work or things like that. Jesus spent 40 days in the desert. That's what the gospel reading says today. And in Mark's version, it's just very simple. He spent 40 days in the desert. He's tempted by Satan. And in a lot of ways, it could very much seem like we've spent 40 days, again, with this pandemic. It's almost been a year. And so we should be done with the temptation. We should be on the other side of this thing, and we go about what we're supposed to be going about doing. And yet, there's an interesting detail that right after he comes out of the desert, it says after John has been arrested, there's more suffering that keeps going on. It's not like being tempted was enough. There's still chaos going around in the world about Jesus. And in the midst of all of this chaos, Jesus says the kingdom of God is at hand. Why do I feel like things have to be perfect to proclaim the kingdom or to be living in the life of Christ? Again, I handled all of these things like a 2-year-old. I could have handled this whole couple of weeks of water problems and ice and people getting sick. I could have handled it a lot better. I could have taken it more to prayer. I could have not let my anxieties get the best of me. Because every moment is an opportunity to remember that the kingdom of God is at hand. And that's just simply what we need to be worried about as Christians. If we truly believe that God is active in this world, that he is the God who made everything, then why am I looking for him in every other place around, and why can't I find him at home in the midst of an ice storm?